Hey, and good afternoon. You are on the Ask a House Cleaner Show. I'm Angela Brown, and I'm here today with Trevor Steiner, and he is the owner of Pristine Clean Solutions. And I'm so excited that he's here today because he's going to tell us something that we have never talked about on this show before, and that is how to clean solar panels. Solar panels on the top of your roof. And you say, "What? I got to clean them?" Well, maybe you hire Trevor and he cleans them for you. But how do you clean them? It's a really good question. And I know now that I brought it up, you're probably wondering, how do you clean solar panels? So now today we have the expert himself to explain to us how you clean solar panels. Please help me welcome Trevor Steiner. How are you today?
Doing good, thank you.
So, how do you train to learn to become a solar panel cleaning expert?
So a lot of it was just doing my own research, being around other people and learning from them. There's a few different people that I learned from. Actually, I have some people in the family that are firefighters, so they taught me all the ladder safety and as far as that goes. And then everything else, I just learned on my own.
I love the fact that you learned from firefighters because there is a lot of situational awareness that comes from being a firefighter, where it's not just trying to put out a fire, but you have to know ladder safety and you have to know the weight of the hose that you're carrying. And you have to know where your body is in relation to the ladder or what's behind you and what's in front of you. And you have to be aware of literally everything that's around you, 360. And I would imagine it's very similar being on a roof, especially where you have a hose and you have a brush and you have wind and the elements around you, making sure that you're cognizant of the fact that if you take one step backward, you go falling off a roof.
Some roofs are definitely a lot trickier than others, especially when it comes to walking on them. Some people like to charge more for Spanish style roofs. The clay tiles are a lot more brittle, easier to break. You have to know how to walk on them and really take your time. Fortunately, I've never broken a tile, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with my weight. Because I've gotten on roofs right after the homeowner did. The homeowner was twice my size, and he managed to break 10 tiles while he was up there. And he was hanging Christmas lights, and I got up there and didn't break any. So,
You win.
yeah, I guess so.
So, this is a very interesting conversation and it's an interesting type of business. And I'm really curious, are there any safety precautions that you would take that you maybe didn't know about in the very beginning that you are, like you said, now you know how to navigate Spanish bar tile? Are there things that you do now that make you more safe than when you started? Things that you've learned?
Yeah, definitely. I'm always getting more and more safety equipment. 'Cause like I said, I'm real big on that. Anything I can do to make my job safer. But really, it comes down to safety equipment or not. It just comes down to you. It comes down to
Mhm.
being careful, taking your time. Don't rush anything. No matter what industry you're in, there's always that need to kind of want to get the job done quick and be productive. But when it comes to getting up on roofs, you can't do it. You just have to take as much time as you need. If it takes 3 hours, then it takes 3 hours.
Well, and I love that because even with regular cleaning, it comes down to the techniques that you know. You got to have the proper tools and you got to know the techniques. And I would guess it's a lot the same in cleaning solar panels because there are just differences, like you said, in cleaning a solar panel and cleaning a regular roof. And so once you know those, now you have choices and you're armed. And then based on the weather and the pitch of the roof and the time of the day and the where the sun is, then you can choose which technique is gonna be best for that particular job.
Yeah, there's always little differences you have to keep in mind. I've been on some roofs where the roof pitch is pretty severe, and I have to actually sit down on top of the roof while I clean them.
Mm.
So there's just little differences with every job.
So, in closing, and I've loved this conversation, where can our listeners go to find you?
You can check us out on our website. It's pristinecleansolutions.com. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram. I think that's roughly about it right now.
Thank you for joining us today, Trevor Steiner.